Hello friends, it's Sheree. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. I'm going to share with you a couple things I've been having fun with and crafting on, and do some work on the bird glue book junk journal. So let me show you what I've been doing. I mentioned yesterday that I was going to, or I wanted to, work on my scraps and make some journal cards. I felt like I just sometimes when I'm doing my junk journals, I just want a plain piece of paper that is in the shape of a, or cardstock that is in the shape of a journal card. So I decided to take, this is my scrap box. This is all of my scraps right here in this box. All of my paper scraps, you know, in cardstock. I have it, in case you haven't seen this, my organization videos before. I have 4 bags in here. And I have the scraps divided up into small. This is my small. And I have medium, which is right here. Medium. I have large, which is what I worked with yesterday, so that's all I have left. What is left in here is papery scraps that I will, and I think there's one cardstock that was a little bit too small for what I was doing, but I will, hopefully, I plan to use these, what's left in here, for like a masterboard. So that, and then the 4th envelope or little bag here is, well, there's the most in this one, and this is neutral. I put all the neutrals in here because sometimes, you know, I don't know, there's certain things, like if you want to make a neutral masterboard, I don't want to have to search through each envelope. I want to go to my neutral envelope. So I used the largest scraps yesterday, and I made all of these, mostly, I'm going to call them journaling cards, but also writing or journaling spots. So let me just show you real quick here. This was a page that was in there, like an end paper. So that I just rounded the corners and left it as is. So it could be a neutral kind of little thing I could put in somewhere, maybe just in a goodie pack. And so all the journaling spots are here. So I had some bigger pieces like this, that a lot of these I did cut up, but some of them I left like this and made like either some kind of folded journaling spot, or like this looks like a little envelope and it unfolds, and it can be a flip up, flip down. I can glue it down here, or I can put it in a pocket, whatever I end up wanting to do. But a cute little, it has a little lace design here, and so that's really cute, right? And I'm not going to show you every one, but just to show you, this is another like envelope looking one. And when I put it into a journal, I could end up putting a little something on here and decorating, or putting it in just like this. But this one folds down twice, you know, like that. And then so let's get down to the nitty gritty here. So this was the last, this is what I was thinking of when I wanted to do this. I wanted to just cut a bunch of journal cards shaped. And basically it's approximately 3 by 4 journaling card. If you buy one like from Heidi Swap, a little set of journaling cards or something, they're usually something like that. They're usually like 3 by 4, but I kind of went with 3 by 4, or depending on my size of my piece that I was cutting up, you know, I went with that. So they don't have to be, journaling cards don't have to be any certain size. I just wanted to show you I made all of these. These are all cardstock scrapbook paper right here. These are pieces of a decorated file folder. They're white on the back, or this one is anyway. These are also white on the back. This is all file folder right here. I'm going to show you. So file folder, this one's a light blue on the back, really pretty. Let's see, white. And if I run into some more, I'll show you. This was a calendar page that was cardstock. I just cut it into that size with these little numbers. I thought it was cute. So, and then these are more cardstock. There's some black pieces here that are, well, some of them are embossed and some of them are not. These two are embossed. I was just kind of practicing with my new embossing folder that I had picked up. And so that's what that is. And so those can be whatever I want them to be. These I left, most of them I rounded the corners. These I left squared off because I thought they were just really, I don't know, I liked the look of them. They look like a little piece of paper with a decoration, and they have lines on them. So I just wanted it to stay looking like that. I didn't want to cut off any of the decoration or anything. This one too goes like this. And so it has lines here. And then you can write on the back too. The backs of these are white. So I just thought those were cute as is. Oh, this is another file folder piece. This one is yellow on the back. So there's a few of those. I think this is the same thing. Oh, that's all yellow. And then these are some more just black cardstock and blue. This was a sheet music cover. So just everything. I cut up everything that was in that big, you know, my large scrap folder. So a lot of journaling cards that shape approximately 3 by 4. All of these. And then there's some that are a little bigger like this. White on the back and pretty floral on the front. And just more of this. This one is, I had a few shaped like long strips like this, and I just folded them in half and then rounded all the corners. So it's pretty when you cut the top corners where the fold is. When you open it up, it looks like this. And I think that's really pretty, and rather than just a squared off edge. And I mean, it's something simple but cute. And then again, since these are plain, here I can decorate this on the front, and depending on how I end up using that. Some of them too, a couple I've folded in half instead of cutting them into a 3 by 4. And these are more papery, so I thought a cute little folding, like almost like a booklet. It's not a booklet, but you know what I mean. It's journaling space. So a couple of those. Let's see, more journaling cards. See, these are a little bit bigger than 3 by 4, but it was just the shape of the piece I had. A bunch of those folded ones where I had all these colorful strips. So those are all like that. Here's a floral one, white on the inside. Here's another folded piece where I just, a triple fold. It's avocado dyed on this side. And there you go. This one's like a little envelope or a flip up, flip down. Just so many, right? And I did all this yesterday. I worked on it yesterday when my granddaughter was here. She was sleeping. And so I worked on this so I could keep an eye on her. I took this in the other room. She was sleeping in the living room, so I took this in the kitchen where I could see her direct eye contact in the living room. And she was sleeping on the couch, and I didn't want her to roll off the couch or anything. She was in the couch, kind of slants back, you know, toward the back or you know, back of the sofa, so I didn't think she would fall off or anything, but I just wanted to make sure she was okay, so I did some crafting in there while she was sleeping. And then last night when I was watching TV after she left, see, this was a strip like this, and it just folds up and up and up, and it's like a little envelope. So, you know, I had fun with that. Worked on these yesterday, like I said, with my granddaughter sleeping, and then last night when I was watching TV, and that's all the time it took to get all of this done. So here's a piece that's folded in half, and this one is down and down and down like that. So I like it. I like the results. I like it. I liked getting that done. Okay, so the next thing I worked on this morning was I needed to go ahead and get my dad's birthday card done. And his birthday is on April 28th. And I don't want to wait till last minute. I have to mail it. So I watched some videos on, you know, making masculine cards. And I thought this one was really cute. I haven't made that many cards for specific people. If you've watched any of my card videos, I usually say I like to make either I've made Christmas cards or generic cards. So this was a little shirt card that several ladies have made these on YouTube. So I did this one, and I think it turned out really cute for my first shirt card, and I think I pretty much did it right. But it was easy, and I used, you can see this kind of plaid looking paper in the background. One thing I didn't see anyone do was set off, and I'm sure maybe someone had done it, but this pocket here was going to be I thought it was going to be blending into the other paper too much, so I put a piece of black cardstock behind the pocket that I made here to set it off so it would stand out a little bit, if you can see that. I added, some of them did add a little piece here, the strip, but it was kind of, it was a different plaid, or kind of the same plaid, but a little different, but I just added this black strip here. These are real buttons, and the collar is here. I don't know if you can really see that well. If I make another one, I would maybe put a piece of black behind the collar too to set that off. And then stamped on a little piece of white cardstock, happy birthday. Put that right there on the pocket. And some of them put the happy birthday like a hanky in the pocket, which is cool. But I wanted to make these little tools here for the pocket. So I had picked these little tool die cuts or dies up at Temu. And so I hadn't showed these to you yet in any of my Thrifty Thursdays. I just haven't gotten to them yet. So I'm showing you right now. All these came in one set, these little set of tool dies. Aren't they adorable? They're small, if you can see in my hand. They are small. They're not like real big or anything, which is good. You know, you can do a lot with the little small things. They all fit in my hand, so you can see how big they are or how small they are. But I didn't put them all in here. I did 3 for the moment. And they're these. I did yellow so it would stand out. I wasn't sure. I was looking through my cardstock, like, do I have any like silver type of metallic, you know, not glittery or anything, just kind of something that looks like a tool color, but I didn't, so I decided to use this yellow. This was a scrap, the yellow cardstock, and I said, let me just use yellow. It'll stand out and it'll look cute. So that's what I did. They came out. I didn't glue them down in there. Let me show you. They're so cute. But I'm not going to glue them in. I'm just going to put them down in the pocket like that so that when my dad gets the card, and my mom, I can see my mom looking at it like, oh, the tools come out. So, or my dad. But there they are cut out. See, this one, the only thing I had a problem with, this one cut out really nice. And I didn't want to waste this one, so I'm just going to go with it. But the wrench actually has 2 little cutout lines like the hammer here. But it didn't cut out very well. And I don't know if it was me or the die cut. Here's the die that it came from. And the little slits there are very small. Let me get it in the camera. Right there. The little slits in the middle are very small. And they did not cut through. But I'm just leaving it. It looks like a wrench. So I'm not going to be like picky about that. And I just slipped them in there like this. My pocket's pretty tight, so I think they'll be fine in there. I'm going to mail this. I'll write a sentiment. It's just on white cardstock for the background. And I use very small buttons, as you can see. I'm going to write a note in here to my dad. And the back is plain. I might write back here, handmade by Sheree. You know what I mean? So that will be fun. Try to use my best handwriting. But that was what I worked on this morning, too. So I could get that off in the mail to my dad. Oh, I was going to tell you, I used this Christmas. I was looking around for a plaid. I knew I wanted to try to use a plaid cardstock paper here. So I looked around and I came across this paper pad here. It's 6x6, so that's what I used to make this whole card. Is 6x6 pieces of paper. I used 2, and I have some scraps from it, but not very many. But anyway, this paper pad here, Christmas Carol. It's DCWV. I think I got this on scrapbook.com, but like one side of these papers are Christmassy, most of them, and see, like, that's really Christmassy, and then the back side is kind of generic. So that's what I went through and found. Like, here's another plaid I could use for a shirt, kind of a plaid looking blue. That would be a good one to use for a shirt. And there were a couple here. There was that red one. I went through and tried to decide which one would be, my dad would like the best. I don't even know if he wears very many plaid shirts, but it just looks like a masculine thing. This one, too, I thought would be good for a shirt. Kind of a gingham green, that blue. This one, too, could be good for a shirt. That one possibly. So, and here's a brown one. So, you get the idea. It was that one, too. You get the idea. It was a Christmas pad, but, I took advantage of the other side, of the 2 sides. So, all done, ready to go. I have lots of envelopes, so I'm sure I made it a size that I figured I would have some, envelope around here from my thrifting that I would be able to use to mail that off to my dad. So let me put that to the side, and we'll work on for a few minutes here. Sorry if my head got in there. The bird glue book. I haven't worked on any more on it yet, but this is just as a reminder. Here's where we are. So I'm going to see what I need to do today. Just go from there. Just kind of go take where I left off and then work some more on it here. Let me move my box of tissues off my table so I have room, and the scrap box can go over there. So there we go. Now I have some room. So I see I need to just go through my edges here and glue these down a little bit. So let's do that first. I have a couple bottles here I'm working on Fabri-Tac. Well, let's see if there's anything left in here real quick. And there's not much left in here, so there might not be anything left in here. No, I got air, so this one might be empty. I've had this one upside down. I want to use these up and kind of consolidate here into one bottle if I need to, like just pour some into one, from one into another. But definitely need a little bit of glue on the edge here, which we worked on the cover last time and I said I need to check the edges because I just put glue on the basic spine first of all and then come back and finish this part. So let's see here if I can get this glued down, and then we'll work on the signature covers. But I really appreciate everybody watching my glue book videos. Or, I mean, like I said, this could be any type. The glue books can be any type of journal. They don't have to be a glue book. It can be an art journal even, too. Either or, junk journal, scrapbook, whatever. You can call it a smash book. You can call it a memory book, whatever you want. So I need some glue in here too. Again, I just put it on the spine part and didn't go out to where the edge of the fabric was because I didn't want to put too much glue under there. So let me turn this around so I can see what I'm doing. Still don't want to put too much glue under here. Okay, let's see. Okay, put some there. Okay. And I still don't know if I'm going to put trim on this or anything, but we'll see, how it looks in the end and what I feel like if it needs something. All right, that's that side. Okay, now we'll check this side. Oh yeah, I needed to cut these strings off. Let me find my sharper scissors here and cut these strings off right here. There's some strings along this edge. See if we can cut those off real quick. A little tedious thing that needs to be done here. So I hope you're having a good weekend. I'm having a very nice weekend. I got spent all day with my granddaughter babysitting her. I don't get to babysit very much because my son works at home. And, they don't go too many places, but they went somewhere yesterday for the day, and I got to babysit. So it was fun. It was a nice day. So my granddaughter loves to go outside. So she kept, when she wants to go somewhere and do something, she wants you to go somewhere with her. She'll come and grab your hand and take you and pull you to where she wants to go. So she kept pulling me to the back door. And so we went out. I think we went out a total of 3 times. She wanted to go out more. I was like, it was a little, I didn't want her, she's very, she's blonde and she's very light complected. So I was, baby skin. I was like, out there you can get burned if you have baby white skin. You can get burned in a matter of minutes. So I was like, we were out there the first time for not a long time, but a little bit. And so I was like, I think we should go in because I don't want you to get a sunburn. Not that she really understood what I was talking about, but I was like, let's go in now. And she just likes we have a swing set for her in the backyard. So we were swinging, and she just likes to walk around and pick up sticks and stuff, So she was having fun doing that. But we went in, and then later we went out again. Later we went out again. But each time I was like, I think it was the second time I thought her skin was almost turning pink. I was like, oh, we got to go in again, you know. So I don't think she got a sunburn, but yeah, I think, you know, I didn't stay out too long each time. And so it was a lot of fun. She's good at, I mean, we played together a lot, but she's also good at entertaining herself. So, I mean, she's an only child, so far. And I don't think, well, we won't get into that, but yeah, she's their first child, so yeah, she's really good at, you know, she'll play with you and stuff like that, but then she also likes to play with her by herself and just go around and play with the toys or whatever, you know. I have certain things that she can get into. I have a couple of cabinets she can get into, a Tupperware cabinet, and it's funny to see the stages, because she was at the stage where the cabinets she can get into, she would just pull things out and she would play with them, and then she would just leave them. And yesterday, for the first time, I think it was the first time, there's like one of the cabinets is a Tupperware cabinet, right? So she pulled most everything out of there, and then she put it back. It was like, yes, because usually I end up, you know, picking everything up after she leaves, and it was like, awesome. This I like this. Older 2.5-year-old, you know, child that picks up after herself now. So that was a lot of fun. So anyway, I might put a trim there just because that seems like it's fraying. And I mean, I could get all those strings off of there, so I might do a trim there. See that this fray is, I don't know why this is different. See, this is this little fine threads like you usually see in a fray, and this is like threads, different fray over here. So I'm not, it just takes time to cut all those little threads off. And I don't know if they would keep coming off. I can put a little glue under there, a little bit more glue under there, though. I might do that later just to see what happens, or if threads keep coming. And if threads keep coming, I will definitely put some trim on there. And, you know, I'll just use some rickrack or whatever I think looks good, and whatever color I think looks good. So, but you see, I keep cutting and I keep getting another thread. So not cool. That's a little, I got pretty much all of them there. There's just a couple left, but we'll see. I'll work on that some more. I don't want to just keep cutting threads here. So let's see. So I had chose all these for the signature covers and here, and trying to figure out which one I wanted to use for here first, and we chose this one. So now I just need to see if I don't use them. This is two-sided, and let me see if they're all two-sided or one-sided. This is one-sided. This is more papery. I'm going to put that one to the side because I really want a cardstock, so that might answer my questions right there. And which one do I want first, right? Which one goes with this the best? And which one do I want first? So let me see. I don't know. It might be maybe this one. I mean, it is the same color range. These are all from the same paper pad too, I believe, if I remember right. So let's go ahead and just say this one's going to be first right now. We can always change it around later. I need to cut off my little branding strips here. Let's see if I can get them all at one time. 3 pieces of cardstock. I don't know. My paper cutter will go through 3 pieces of cardstock here. We are going to find out right now. Because time is running out. Maybe we can get these done. Okay. Did we do it? We did. We did. Awesome. Thank you, paper cutter, for cooperating. I'll put those over there for now. Let's see, decide what I want to do with those. So this size book is perfect for just folding the papers in half and going with this, pretty much going with this. We'll see as far as the width. And then what I've been doing for the signature covers is making pockets with this extra. Let's see which way I want to fold this one. This one is kind of like stripes, so I think I want to do it this way. Yeah, like that. And it can go this way or this way. Okay, so this way on this one. Get it folded even so you can kind of get an idea of the signature covers. And I chose these so that they can be glued on. Oops, let's do it this way. Color on the outside. And then we're going to make some pockets here. So all three of these will be done the same in case I don't get to all those during the video. Let's check our width real quick. So yes, it's perfect width. I don't have to cut off any on the sides here. Let's do our length. So leave a little bit on the top, and I don't want it to go right to the top and right to the bottom, so it makes it a little bit harder to find the signatures, you know, to make sure that nothing's sticking out when you're actually sewing it in. So if you just leave a little bit of room on the top and the bottom, usually it works out better. For me anyway, it does. Okay, and then I always make my little, I do my pocket, and I always make a little cut right here. So that takes out some of that bulk. I would say 99.9% of the time I do that. Once in a great while I have left it for some reason, but I usually had a reason for leaving it. And usually I don't have a reason for leaving it, so I cut that little triangle, and then it looks like that. And it's easier to, I think it's easier to get things in and out because this side's not glued down, you know what I mean? You have that leeway there. So, and then we can just glue it down. Let's try this. I was just using this on my card, so hopefully everything's still flowing here. But then I just either sew or glue these down, or both, depending on what kind of journal I'm making and what the look is, and you know, things like that. What's going on with the journal. So get enough glue on there though to hold it down permanently. Yeah, this one needs more glue. This side here. Okay, and we'll glue those together. I don't want to get any glue on the book here, so let's move that over for a second. And let's see, I had to move that a little bit to, there we go. Okay, and I want to make my fold nice and tight here. This is a little scraper, but I'm using the smooth edge here so I don't damage anything. And get those sides all nice and glued down. Let that dry, so that'll be the first signatures cover probably. So it'll look like that. Cute, right? Pretty. And then these will be the next two. Let's do this one. If this was going to be the real order, I might put this one next because we've got kind of like a solid, decorated solid, even though this is like got shading on it, you know, it's a solid more than, it doesn't have a pattern on it really, is what I'm saying. So again, our sizing, just measuring with the book, and it'll be like this. I'm going to flatten that out with my fingernail, a little quicker maybe. Get this one going. And I'm rushing a little bit because my time's just about up. But next I will be getting some paper out for the pages. And so maybe that video will be tomorrow. Probably will. And I'll show you what I'm doing with that. Someone has already claimed this glue book, but I'm making one more after this, and then I could be, if somebody wanted a glue book. Well, I have one in my shop too. If somebody wanted one that, you know, and they want one, and I just need one right now. There's one in my shop, so you know, it is available. And the strawberry journal, one of the strawberry journals is in my shop too. So check out my shop, see what's there. I listed a a bunch of Ideals magazines, and you know, I'll be listing more things, so just keep an eye. And that link, the link below, will be to my shop. It's on eBay. I'm not doing Etsy anymore. I'm not going to go into why. It's just they were doing some things I didn't like, so, you know, there's no perfect platform, I don't think, but they were just doing some things I didn't like, so I thought I'd just try eBay for a while. So, okay, that's it. I gotta go. I don't have time to glue this one together, but it's going to look like this. So pretty with the 3 colors like that in here, 3 signatures. And we will get going on the pages tomorrow. So thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed. Have a great week and the rest of the weekend, and I'll see you later. Have a great day.